The Battle of Krojanty, a small village in northern Poland, became a symbol of the early days of World War II. This seemingly insignificant location would soon be etched into the annals of history, representing the courage and resilience of the Polish forces. On September 1st, 1939, Polish and German forces clashed in a fierce engagement. The Polish cavalry, known for their bravery and skill, faced the formidable German mechanized units. This confrontation marked the beginning of a brutal and relentless conflict that would engulf the world. This battle, though brief, provides a poignant snapshot of the conflict's early stages and the stark differences in military technology. The Polish cavalry, armed with sabers and lances, charged valiantly against the German tanks and machine guns. This stark contrast highlighted the rapid advancements in warfare technology and the devastating impact it had on traditional military tactics. The battle took place amidst the rolling hills and dense forests of the Pomeranian region. This picturesque landscape, with its serene beauty, stood in stark contrast to the chaos and destruction of the battlefield. The natural beauty of the region was marred by the sounds of gunfire and the cries of the wounded. This landscape, seemingly idyllic, became a battleground where the fate of nations hung in the balance. The peaceful countryside was transformed into a scene of devastation, as the forces of good and evil clashed in a struggle for supremacy. The bravery of the Polish soldiers, fighting against overwhelming odds, became a symbol of hope and resistance. The events at Krojanty, while not militarily decisive, resonated far beyond their immediate impact. The battle became a rallying cry for the Polish people and a symbol of their indomitable spirit. The courage and sacrifice of the soldiers at Krojanty inspired others to continue the fight against tyranny and oppression. The legacy of this battle lives on, reminding us of the cost of freedom and the enduring power of the human spirit. To understand the significance of Krojanty, we must rewind to the aftermath of World War I. The Treaty of Versailles, intended to bring peace, sowed the seeds of future conflict. It created the Polish corridor, granting Poland access to the sea but dividing East Prussia from the rest of Germany. This corridor, a source of German resentment, became a flashpoint for nationalist tensions. The stage was set for a confrontation that would have global consequences. Leading the Polish defense at Krojanty was General Stanislaw Grzmot-Skotnicki, a seasoned cavalry commander. Grzmot-Skotnicki, a veteran of World War I and the Polish-Soviet War, embodied the spirit of Polish resistance against foreign aggression. Facing him was General Heinz Guderian, a pioneer of Germany's blitzkrieg tactics. Guderian, known for his aggressive use of tanks and motorized infantry, represented a new era of warfare. The clash at Krojanty would pit tradition against modernity in a brutal test of arms. The Battle of Krojanty is often portrayed as a desperate yet futile cavalry charge against German tanks. While Polish cavalry did engage German forces, the reality is more nuanced. The Polish 18th Pomeranian Ulan Regiment, armed with lances and sabers, was tasked with delaying the German advance. They successfully surprised a German infantry unit, scattering them before encountering armored vehicles of the German 20th Motorized Infantry Division. The Polish cavalrymen, though bravely facing overwhelming firepower, were forced to withdraw. Section 5. German firepower, the decisive factor. The German army, equipped with tanks, armored cars and superior artillery, held a decisive technological advantage. Their blitzkrieg tactics, emphasizing speed and maneuverability, proved devastatingly effective against the Polish defenses. The Polish forces, outgunned and outmaneuvered, fought bravely, but were ultimately forced to retreat. The Battle of Krojanty demonstrated the changing nature of warfare, where technology played an increasingly dominant role. Section 6. The Fog of War, for debunking the myth. The Battle of Krojanty has been subject to myth-making and propaganda. The image of Polish cavalry charging tanks directly, while symbolic of Polish courage, is largely inaccurate. While there were cavalry charges, they were primarily against infantry and not a suicidal attack on armored vehicles. The myth, perpetuated by both German and Soviet propaganda, served to downplay Polish resistance and highlight the supposed superiority of German arms. Section 7. Casualties of war, the price of conflict. The Battle of Krojanty, though brief, resulted in casualties on both sides. This skirmish, which took place on the first day of September 1939, marked one of the early confrontations of World War II. The Polish cavalry, known for their bravery and valor, faced the advancing German forces in a desperate attempt to halt their progress. While exact numbers are difficult to ascertain, estimates suggest that Polish losses numbered around 100, including killed, wounded, and missing. These brave soldiers, many of whom were young men with families, paid the ultimate price in their fight for freedom and sovereignty. German losses were considerably lighter, estimated at around 50. Despite their numerical advantage and superior weaponry, the German forces also faced the harsh realities of war, with each loss representing a family left in mourning. These numbers, though small compared to later battles, represent the human cost of the conflict. The Battle of Krojanty serves as a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made by soldiers on both sides. Each number, each statistic, is a human life, a story cut short by the ravages of war. Each casualty represented a life lost or shattered, a stark reminder of war's brutal toll. Families were left to grieve, communities were torn apart, and the landscape of Europe was forever changed. The echoes of these early battles would resonate throughout the war, underscoring the profound and lasting impact of conflict on human lives. Section 8. Krojanty's legacy, a symbol of Polish resistance. Despite its military outcome, the Battle of Krojanty holds a significant place in Polish history. It symbolizes the Polish spirit of resistance against overwhelming odds. The bravery of the Polish soldiers facing a technologically superior enemy became a source of national pride. The battle, though a defeat, served as a rallying cry for Polish resistance throughout the war and beyond. Section 9. Conclusion. A microcosm of a larger tragedy. The Battle of Krojanty, though a small engagement in the larger context of World War II, offers valuable insights into the conflict's early days. This battle, fought on September 1, 1939, was one of the first clashes between the Polish and German forces. It was a brief but intense encounter that set the tone for the brutal and relentless warfare that would follow. It highlights the stark disparity in military technology between Germany and Poland. The Polish cavalry, armed with sabers and lances, faced off against the German mechanized units, including tanks and armored vehicles. This technological gap was a significant factor in the rapid German advance. The effectiveness of blitzkrieg tactics, characterized by swift, coordinated attacks using infantry, tanks, and air support, was devastating. The Polish forces, despite their bravery and determination, were often overwhelmed by the speed and ferocity of the German assaults. The bravery of Polish soldiers facing overwhelming odds cannot be overstated. They fought valiantly, often making significant sacrifices to slow the German advance and protect their homeland. Their courage in the face of such adversity is a testament to their resilience and patriotism. Most importantly, it serves as a reminder of the human cost of war. The Battle of Krojanty, like many other battles during World War II, resulted in significant loss of life and suffering. Soldiers and civilians alike paid a heavy price, a cost paid not only in casualties but also in the shattering of peace. The destruction of homes, infrastructure, and entire communities left deep scars that would take years, if not decades, to heal. The psychological impact on those who lived through these events was profound and long-lasting, and the loss of innocent lives. Families were torn apart, and countless individuals were displaced, becoming refugees in their own land. The Battle of Krojanty, while a small part of the larger conflict, encapsulates the broader tragedy of World War II, reminding us of the devastating consequences of war and the enduring need for peace. Section 10 references further reading on Krojanty Zaloga S. 2002, The Polish Army, 1939-45, Osprey Publishing, Davies Enns, 2008, God's Playground, A History of Poland, Vols 2, 1795 to the present, Oxford University Press, Forsyth R. 2009. Polish Army, 1939, 45-1. Western Front, 1939. Osprey Publishing.